Greetings and welcome to ruralvacantland.com, where we have easy, cheap land priced 50 to 80% below the competition. So today I've got 20 acres in San Bernardino County, just south of Ludlow exit off the I-40 for $4,900. That's 20 acres for $4,900. If we go to Google Earth, we're in Southern California. Here's Los Angeles. Las Vegas is up here somewhere. Phoenix over here. And this property is closer to Los Angeles, but kind of between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. So let's zoom in on this thing. This is Route 40. Here's Barstow. Here's Route 40. Route 15 is to the north. So we keep zooming in. You can see this is Ludlow. This is the Ludlow exit off the Interstate 40. There's not much in Ludlow. There's maybe 2 gas stations and a Dairy Queen. There's an airport too. I don't know who flies in and out of there, but it's a small, more of a trucker stop than anything. But you can get on and off the Interstate 40 there, and Route 66. Heads south, kind of southwesterly, just off of there too. But before you'd go out on that road, if you go straight south into the desert, you get to this property. This is the property here. So there's some little 2 tracks that come along here, and you'd go up this wash. This wash looks like it's truckable. Looks like you could drive up this old dry wash. And there's a darker colored hill to the west of it that the property owns a part of this mountain. So you drive across the desert and go up this wash, follow your way up this crack, and get in here, and this would be the property. As we keep zooming in, I'm pretty sure this is a drivable wash, 4x4 access style. If we do a pan, the land is down here. Some of this flat stuff going up to this hill, so the wash goes up the middle of the property. But you're surrounded by mountains on, half the way is surrounded, and then the other half to the north is a valley. So the wind comes predominantly out of the west. The wind would be coming over these mountains. I think you'd get shielded by this hill and those hills. Be a nice quiet little spot in the valley down here. You'd set up a shooting range into the mountain, or go off-roading up and down these gullies and exploring all over the place. Here there's black-tailed jackrabbit and quail, and I think there's chukar in these hills. There's all kinds of wildlife. So out here there's a railroad and Interstate 40 that runs, I think, the other side of those hills. There's a little road that runs in between. So let's go to the internet, see if I can better explain where this is at. But first, let's talk about price. $4,900 for this 20 acres. If I go on LandWatch and I type Barstow, California, because that's the closest city of convenience, that's where you'd get your supplies. Home Depot, Walmart, supplies of life, stuff to build and eat is in Barstow. We'll get to the distance, but Barstow would be the closest one. So if I put Barstow into LandWatch, where I can easily slice and dice property prices, and also set it so it's priced low to high, and I don't see it on here, but basically narrowing down to 11 to 50 acre properties, just either side of the 20 acres that this property is by a good margin. You get 20 acres for $4,900. I've got a couple of these 20 acres for $4,900 with a couple different attributes. This one probably has the most rock and mountain around it. The others are more open desert. This is my picture. This is my listing. I don't really count those as the competition. I'm trying to beat the competition. If you're interested in those, go take a look at my other properties too. A lot of them keep selling, but I got a couple for sale right now. The next cheapest one out there that's not me is a 20 acre for $10,000. That's a little over double what I'm asking for this one. And the prices skip up from there. 15, 20, 20, 20, 20. Seems to be a bigger selection around $20,000. But for $4,900, a little less than quarter of where the meat of the market is, I think you can get a good deal for me. So that's Barstow, that's the area. But if we take the whole county, the whole San Bernardino County is a really big county, and we look at what else is for sale in the county, I'm probably not half of the county price, but I'm half of the area, less than half of the area. So if I gotta sort this from low to high. Let's see what comes up. This is still tiny ones. Let's make sure we get big ones. 11 to 50. There's 600 properties for sale in the county. Priced low to high. 11 to 50 acres. These are my properties that come up. I've got the cheapest ones in the county. Me. Take a look at my properties. But if you want to look at someone else, Land Century is the next cheapest two properties out there, starting at $49.99. That's pretty good. These guys keep lowering the prices. They're getting close. They're getting competitive. There's a $5,000 16-acre property, 20-acre property for $6,000. Since I started posting my land, they've been lowering their prices to compete, but mine are still the cheapest in the area, by a good margin. You know, the other ones that are more expensive, the same size, they're sold. You know, these are priced to sell. So take a look at what else is out there when you're looking, but mine are the cheapest right now. Now if we go to a map, we can see a GPS coordinates of this thing. GPS are listed below in the description, as well as on my website at ruralvacantland.com, where you can click on them and pull this exact same map up that we're looking at now. And this map is the property lines of the 20 acres that's for sale. And if you go to this map and you click on the corners, you can pull up the GPS corners of this property. And then you can go take a tour of the property. You can drive right up to this thing with a sense of adventure and a four-wheel drive, and use these GPS coordinates from each corner to go walk the lines. Now there's a hill on this side of the property, so it might not be really easy to walk this side of it, but you can get an idea where the property lays out. If I go to Google Earth, you can see this hill. There's some topography on this side of the property. Let's go back. If I mark this corner here, go back to the picture, you can see that the property line goes up this hill, and so that's probably hard to walk, but you can use the GPS coordinates to see where this property lays out. There's a bunch of flat lands, and it goes up into the hill. On that same map, I put Barstow, California in, and that's where you'd get, I think that'd be the closest real groceries, you know, above and beyond a gas station grocery, but groceries, Home Depot, Walmart, supplies of life, all kinds of things that you'd want to buy and sell, and whatever, you know, your market's in Barstow. And that is 54 miles away. Sorry. Also pulled this up on wilderness.net. Wilderness.net has all kinds of, you know, wilderness areas, and so this property is just here south of Ludlow, and the closest main wilderness area is this Bristol Mountains, which is Bureau of Land Management. I like Bureau of Land Management land because you can shoot your guns there. National land, you get people that don't want you to shoot your guns. But in the Bristol Mountains, this big yellow piece here, it's wide open for shooting. So you can drive in here, or you can drive up to the boundaries of it. I don't think this one actually lets you drive on it, but you can hike. You can hike and camp. You can build campfires. You can treat it like your own, as long as you're not driving mechanized vehicles around on this property. You can drive along the side of it, but not on it. And you can go hunting. So I pull up Bristol Mountains on Bureau of Land Management website. Probably 1 of 5 people that visits this website a year. You know, this is a lesser known nature preserve. That's nice. There's no signs. No one else knows it's there. They think it's private property or something. But if you use this wilderness.net website, you can find these things. So they give you an idea of where it is and how to get there. Just north of the Ludlow exit, 2 miles north of Ludlow exit. So if you drive from this property to Ludlow and then cross the 40, 2 miles north of that, you're in this wilderness preserve where you can go shoot stuff. signs and everything else. It says mechanized motor vehicles not permitted in the wilderness, but hunting, fishing, and non-commercial trapping are allowed under state and local laws. Like, you're gonna find any fishing there? I doubt it, but there's lots of hunting. Horses are permitted. You can ride horses all over the place. Got to bring your own food for the horses. Camping is permitted, limited to 14 days. After that, you got to relocate. And they got maps of it here, more detailed maps and information, but it's not like a marketed park where you're going to see people. It's the kind of place where you can go and be totally alone. So I also pulled up the taxes on this property. Taxes are due twice a year, April 11th and December 15th. Don't quote me on that, but they're doing April and December, and the next tax is due is $11.30. So that's half a year. That's $22.60 for a year is the taxes on it. Not much tax for this property, so you can hold on to it and do what you want. There's no HOAs, no neighbors, nobody looking down at you, no one telling you what to do. It could be your property and you can sit on it forever without having to build anything. No limitations that I know of. And just pay this little measly tax every year to keep it. So if you're interested in this property, go to my website, ruralvacantland.com, and find it in the listings and click on the Pay Now. I'll make a Pay Now link where you can just answer a couple questions like what title you want it in and use your debit card or your credit card to pay for it and check out with the property. You can use it the same day. You don't have to call, and you don't have to do paperwork. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. If you want to call and talk about or ask questions, please do. My phone number is 760-274-7711, but you don't have to. It's set up so you can check out online and use it today. If you're interested in this property, maybe like others like it, I've got a subscribe section on my website. I'd like you to put your email and name in there, and I'll send you updates and have more properties like this available. Same idea, cheapest one in the county, cheapest thing around, no neighbors, and a place you can make your own adventures. Thank you for listening, thanks for watching, and hope this is the right property for you.